Hello, and welcome to another update about Bitcoin. Here on the daily time frame, we can see that the market, is trying to break above this trend line. That's exactly what I've been highlighting over the last few days. Still at that same point, where the bulls are trying to drive the price higher. It is interesting, though, that on the daily chart, it does start to look a little bit like a bullish flag here that's forming, a mini flag. It's a bit too early to really confirm that we've bottomed in this fourth wave in the white scenario, or the A wave in the red scenario, and that we are really starting something that is not part of this decline, but it's still the thesis. It's the working assumption that on the 7th of April there, we formed around the 50% retracement at 75,340, that we started some kind of an uptrend. But again, whether that's the red B wave or the white here A wave as part of a larger fifth wave to 130k, we just have to see. For now, I'm tracking higher prices on the shorter time frame. But if my micro support breaks on the smaller time frame, then if it happens now, and we break down and form another low, this could still be an extension of wave 4 or A, because we have not yet taken out any previous highs, really, here on the daily time frame, okay? And it's not high enough to be clearly the B wave, even though it's technically possible, but it wouldn't be the most probable scenario. So I think what we have to say is, at the moment, we're tracking micro support on the smaller time frame that's still holding. I'm going to show you in a minute. So we can focus on higher. But then at some point we will reach a key pivot where we will have a decision, or the market will have to make a decision between the red scenario and the white scenario. The white one obviously being more bullish, and a white one will take us higher, potentially to 130k plus. So that is what we're tracking here. Still, and the red scenario, don't forget about it. It's the bearish one. If we go higher, for example, somehow, and then get rejected in this resistance area, maybe around 94k, 100k, and see a first 5-wave move down, and not a 3-wave move down, but we see 5 waves down. That could be a start of a short trade setup, because then we would get a lower high and we would break down like that. So it's impossible to say which one is it. Is it the white scenario that's more bullish? Is it the red scenario that's more bearish? We'll simply have to see what the market tells us. Stay in the present, stay in the now. But for now, we have a clear direction. We have clear levels to watch, and we can go with that. And these are actionable levels. First of all, here on the daily chart, this support zone has been on the chart for many, many months, between 69k and 82k. I know it's taking a long time to play out, but it's just not broken anything. So the idea is still that we could get one more high. And for now, this support area for months, it's been guiding us. So to get a little bit more of a detailed, fine-grained interpretation, we have to take a look at the smaller time frame. So let's do that. And here on the smaller time frame, you know that one if you watched previous videos. And honestly, not much happened since the last update, but we're starting to approach the support area again. So what I told you in the last video is that one more low is still what I'm watching for here, but as part of the white scenario. So we're going to zoom in to this in a minute. But for those who are new, there's of course a bullish and a bearish scenario. The bullish one is the white one, yeah? So 5 waves up in this A wave I showed you. So wave 1, wave 2. The third wave could even still be unfolding, and it's an ABC structure. A, B, and then 5 waves up in wave C. And then we could still get another 4-5 pattern afterwards. Now, I did say that with one more high, we might already have 5 waves. I don't necessarily need 2 more highs. One more high would be fine to call it 5 waves in white wave A. And then for me, it's about just distinguishing between bullish and bearish momentum. And there's one very clear line in the sand for me where probabilities shift from the bullish count that can take us to 94k plus in the white scenario, and the yellow scenario for further downside, maybe towards 70 to 72k for one more low, which would then still shift the focus towards that next larger fib level here on the daily chart, right? Around 69K maybe even. Not that we have to test it, but it would be the next main level. But that's the yellow count. And the line in the sand that distinguishes between bullish momentum and bearish momentum is at 78,420. But as I said, we're far away from that. So in the very short term, we were watching here this micro resistance between 85K and 86K roughly. 85,170 to 85,720. And resistance is holding, and we're now moving down in this C wave. So B wave top, C wave to the downside right now. And that C wave could be a 5-wave move. And we got rejected in resistance, and we haven't broken it. So the white scenario that I showed you is still relevant. And it would be something like a 5-wave move down here. Yeah. And from here then, a rally could start. So that is just the count I shared with you last time. So don't be surprised that we got rejected there. I mean, the price got rejected where it needed to fulfill the wave count, basically in the resistance area. And I mean, on the nano level, this does look like 3 waves down so far. So to complete that, we might need this 1, 2, 3, 4, just one more low in 5. So in 5 then, or with 5, we could complete this decline, wave C of Y of 4. Potentially in the 82 to 83K area. There are few levels that overlap there in this area. So let's see. If at any point now the price breaks above the last swing high that formed around 85,300, we might start the 5th wave to the downside. For now, it looks, however, as if it needs one more low there. So I keep you updated. Next upside targets remain unchanged, around 87,900 and $90,280, at least on the micro level. At least on the micro level. And then you can see, I mean, I'm not saying it will reverse at 82 or 83K. I mean, these are simply the next levels to watch. It seems likely that we will test them. It's also where we have the previous swing lows. We might go a little bit lower maybe. And then we have to just see how the market reacts, right? We have to observe the market if those levels are tested. Yeah. So yeah, that's very much in line with previous updates, very much in line. And as I said to you, it takes a break above resistance here to indicate wave 5 to the upside has started. Until then, it's likely to get back, a test of support again. So that's what we're watching for. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.